Hi, everyone. I'm Krista Avampado, the creator and host of JoyProject. On this podcast, I start every interview by asking our guest that week a simple question: what brings you joy? The answers and conversations are varied and wide and beautiful. And there are so many of us out here who are joy seekers and joy makers. And I hope these episodes have a cozy feel and make you feel like you're sitting around a table with us, enjoying a toasty beverage and raising a glass to the joy that's all around us. With everything happening in the world, we need more joy in our lives. It's what lifts us up in the darkest times, helps us celebrate the good times, and provides us with an opportunity to reflect on what we're grateful for. There's a lot of tough and painful news out there. It's important to be knowledgeable about what's happening and do everything we can to help others. And joy and difficulty are not mutually exclusive. We can and do experience a wide range of emotions every moment of every day. I hope this podcast brings you more light and more hope so you can keep going. The interviews cover a wide variety of topics and confirm that we can find joy everywhere. Every other week on Tuesday mornings, I'll release a new interview, and at the end of the interview, I'll share something that's bringing me joy that week that's related to the subject of that episode. When I was a kid, I received a copy of the legendary book, The Joy of Cooking, by Irma S. Rombauer, from my Uncle Tom and Aunt Mary. That book started my love affair with the concept of joy. And in honor of Irma and her wonderful cookbook, each episode will be named The Joy of and whatever brings joy to the guest I'm interviewing that week. On the website kristaavampado.com/joyproject, I'll have links to listen to episodes, extra information and resources that are mentioned in the interviews, photos, show notes, episode transcripts, and a link where you can tell me something that brings you joy. In each episode, I'll shout out someone who submits something joyful on the website. You can also get in touch with me on Twitter at KristaNYC and on Instagram at KristaRoseNYC. In addition to an interview every other week, I'll also release a short episode of Joyful News. Inspired by the Drew Barrymore Show that has a segment of good news called Drew's News, I want to highlight joyful news happening in the world. This Joyful News segment will be a collection of recent news stories that bring me joy, and I hope they'll bring you joy too. We all need more joy for our mental and physical health. Joy brings us the strength and energy to keep helping each other and to build a better world for all beings. This podcast is one of my contributions to do just that. Thanks for being here, thanks for listening, and welcome to our joyful community. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm honored to bring more joy into your life with every episode. I hope joy becomes a daily practice for you. I hope you create it, revel in it, and share it. And I hope you'll tell me all about it. So take my hand and let's dive in. I'm your host, Krista Avampado, and this is the Joy Project.